IK, yeah. So we'll get started, okay? Today we are going to be discussing website planning and creation. So in our last session, we discussed on the importance of digital marketing, the relevance of digital marketing to every business. So today we'll move to the next stage, which is the website planning and creation. Website planning and creation. So you guys are welcome, Akajin. Yeah, the week has been great. To God be the glory. So we'll get started. We have an hour 45 minutes, or let me say an hour 15 minutes to spend. And today, all of you are going to learn how to build a website. Yes, you're going to learn how to plan and create a website. Now, a simple website that you can use to grow your business, you can use to, take your business to the next level, okay? So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, before we start, creating a website, let's look at some, important factors. Let's discuss about, the importance of owning a website, Then we'll talk about the website planning and we'll go practical. We'll create a website. So hopefully in 30 to 40 minutes, we should be done with section 2.1 and 2.2 so that we can have like an hour to create a website that can represent a brand, okay? All right, so can I proceed with the class? I hope everyone can hear me. I hope you all can hear me. Please unmute yourself and respond before I shoot. Okay. All right. Okay, so today, having a company website is as crucial as having a shop or an office or a telephone number. So it still marvels me that despite the outbreak of Corona 2 years ago, despite, the changes which we can all see, a lot of businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs don't have a website. Now, we know a website can be, expensive to create and also to manage, but there are other ways you can go about this, without spending so much money. And at the end of this session, you are going to learn that. So first things first, what are the importance of a website? There are so many reasons why you must own a website, why you should own a website, you get. But today, I'm just going to touch on 4 points. First of all, because of your online presence. Secondly, for business credibility. Third, for market expansion. And fourthly, for growth opportunities. These 4 factors are more reasons why you should have a rethink. If you don't have a website, please consider owning a website, at least today. Yeah, today. Okay, so let me explain them one after the other. Having a website means your customers are always able to find you anytime, anywhere. Anytime, anywhere. So even when you are sleeping, if you have a functional website, your clients or your prospects can always go on your website to, get to know more about your business, get to, connect with you, get to even buy from your product from your website. You get, so owning a website gives you that leverage to put your business out there. So despite your working hours, despite your business hours, there is always a means to pass a message across to your audience, to pass a message across to your prospect. And remember, for the sake of credibility, owning a website is very, very important. So if you don't own a website at this stage of your business, whether you're just starting out or you've been in the business, please, you need to have a rethink, because your competitors are actually taking a lot of your customers. They are taking a lot. They are winning people online, and you have to be there. If you remember in the last session, we discussed that over 77% of our youths are online, accessing data, accessing the digital space with their mobile devices. You get it? So this session or today's training is also a continuation from the last class we have. By the time we now understand the reasons why you need to own a website, then we'll begin to discuss about strategies on how to monetize your website, how to even use the social tool to drive traffic to your website and get more people to know about your business and, of course, to do business with you. All right. So for the sake of the online presence, for the sake of reach, for the sake of expansion, your business must have a website. Secondly, for business credibility, like I said, potential customers would actually like to know more about your business before they can, give you a contract or seal a deal with you. But there is something very, very important. Your website has to, be of a good quality, easy to control, easy to understand, like easy to navigate. And with this, you will be able to seal deals. You'll be able to show proof that you've been on the space, that you know even what is trending, and you have positioned your business in such a way that whenever opportunities comes, it doesn't pass you by. So it is very, very important you own a website, okay? The third factor we are also going to discuss about is the expansion. The expansion, you see, the ability for you to reach people despite their location. It's one great reason why you should own a website. Remember, we said it in the last class when we discussed the importance of digital marketing. It helps you reach people wherever they are, irrespective of the country or the states or their community. You can reach them. So when you own a website, it helps you expand your horizon. You can meet a lot of people. People can get to know more about your business and they can connect with you. Fourthly, for growth opportunities. For growth opportunities. So this shows that, in your website, you can always show what you have achieved so far. You can, get to tell people more about your business. You can get to tell them what you are into. People get to connect with your business, knowing fully well that this brand has an online reputation that is trustworthy and, they can do business with you. So the importance of owning a website, the four importance which we've discussed here, are very, very vital reasons why you should own a website. If you don't have one, don't worry. By the end of today's session, I know we are going to look into that. Code House is going to sort that challenge for you so that you can take your business to the next level as part of the things you've, benefited from the KodeCamp. So let's quickly talk about website planning. Let's talk about website planning. The reason why I'm moving at this pace is because we'll need to create a website. And I know an hour might not be enough for us, but I will try as much as I can to hit the nail on the head and to tell you exactly what you need to do to get started placing your website out there in the digital space. So before I proceed with the website planning 2.2, I don't know if any of you have a question, if you're clear with what I've said so far, if you would like me to repeat any of the concepts before we go to lesson 2.2. So any questions so far, or should I proceed? You can unmute yourself or you can type in the comment box.
Proceed, sir.
All right. All right, thank you so much. So let's discuss about website planning, how to plan your website. So there is one thing you should know. Your website is the virtual face of your company. Your website is the virtual face of your company. So don't underestimate the importance of a website planning. That is to say, whatever you put there, whatever content you have on your website represents your website. It sets the tone and the foundation of your brand, of your business. If your website will be performing well the way you intend or the way you want, everything has to be clear enough. Everything has to be simple. Your website has to be easy to navigate. Nobody should go to your website and even struggle to understand what your brand is about. So your website should be able to represent you very, very well, just as you represent yourself or your business when you go out to discuss with someone one-on-one, okay? So never underestimate the importance of a website planning, and we are going to look into that. So there are 8 steps we'll look through, and I am going to explain each of these steps one after the other. All right. So before you build your website, you see, as a web developer, when clients meet me to build their website, the first thing they ask is how much is it? How much? How much? Everybody's just about how much does it cost to build a website. But I don't give a reply at that stage. I don't even give you any charge at that stage. Reason being is because I need to understand what your business is all about first. We need to understand what your business is all about. That will determine the kind of websites you are going to build. And we're going to talk about that in lesson 2.3, where we'll discuss about different types of websites and the kind of websites that suits your business. So when you hear website, depending on what you do, that is a determining factor to the kind of website you develop. Okay, so the first thing is, to plan out your objective. What is the website objective? Why do you want to build this website? Why do I need this website? Why does my business need this website? When you decide your objective, what you want to achieve with it, then the next stage is to ensure that your website is SEO optimized. SEO optimized. When I say SEO, SEO means search engine optimization. And that is the topic we are going to treat in our next lesson. Search engine optimization. So ensure your website is SEO ready. Create a sitemap. I will explain all this in details. Create a sitemap. With a sitemap, it makes it easier for people to understand even, the pages on your website, how to interact with your website. Remember, there are different kinds of website which we'll discuss about, both a one-page website, a website with multiple pages, and the likes. So creating a sitemap and a clearer sitemap helps you and helps your audience or your customers know exactly how to, communicate with your website, how to navigate your website, and even how to keep in touch with you. So the fourth thing to consider now is the website design. Your website design is very, very important. Please, especially the colors you use on your website. Try as much as you can to be conscious of your color. And if possible, don't use them, use between 2 to 3 colors on your website to keep things looking cool and professional. This also leads us to branding. If your brand color is, let's say, green and blue, for instance, stick to that color even on your social platforms, on everything you do, so that your client or your prospect can easily identify your brand. They can easily identify, your content when they see it, or your designs, be it videos or pictures. So it is very, very important that those things, those colors also reflect on your website. So there's some level of uniformity and understanding, okay? Now, the fifth thing to consider again is, of course, your content. We'll always say content is king. Some will say content is key. Whether they use key or they use king, just know that the content is very, very important. What will people read when they visit your website? What will they see when they visit your website? Does it reflect your business? Does it reflect your business purposes? Does it reflect your objective? So when you put these things into consideration and you plan your content well, definitely your website will do better. Anybody that sees the link out there and clicks on that link will definitely do what you want them to do, except they don't have the money to do it yet. All right. So the sixth point again is, to define what stands you out, your unique selling point, USP. What makes you different from others? We discussed a little about this in the last class, your USP. What makes you different? Why should I leave Mr. A's business to buy from you? Why should I leave Mr. Z's business to buy from you? What makes you unique? Your website should also tell that. Your website should also show that. Remember that your website can be accessible at any point in time. That you're sleeping does not mean your website should also sleep. That you're in the church does not mean your website should also go to church with you. So what does that mean? Even at your own busy schedule, at your convenient time, irrespective of what you are doing at the moment, your site is up, people are visiting your site, they should be able to know what your business is all about, even without contacting you yet. Okay, so place that on your site. What makes you unique? What makes you different? What makes you awesome? Why they should do business with you? These things are very, very important. Then at this point, we can now talk about content management system. Now, for each and every one of us here, or I don't know, but I believe that majority of us that chose to learn digital marketing are actually business owners or maybe entrepreneurs, or maybe let me say digital marketing enthusiasts. So you have little to no interest in maybe coding or building a website with codes and the likes. Else, I know you must have enrolled in maybe the front end web development or back end, or even become a full stack developer. Okay, so a content management system is actually any of the platforms or software you can use to organize the content of your website. So it looks, it's easier to manage without stressing. It makes it much more easier. Then the last step to take is, try as much as you can before you publish your website, before you move with all the excitement to tell your friends about your website. Make sure you test your website, test your contact forms, test the phone numbers, test every details of that website. It is extremely important. So let me explain them in details. So that we can all be on the same page. But before then, I can see a message here. Okay, how do you make your website SEO ready? Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to discuss more on that. And at the same time, in our next class, we are going to discuss SEO. So our next lesson, our next session is all about SEO. That will just be the key thing we'll talk about, SEO, search engine optimization. Okay, I can see your question. I do have interest in websites, and I am learning coding recently, but I need digital marketing skills right now more than I need web design. That's why I chose digital marketing. All right, yes, definitely, irrespective of your field or your area of interest, we all need marketing. And that is the more reason why digital marketing is important. One of my mentors, Vusi, a South African entrepreneur, would always say that the single most reliable skill every entrepreneur must have, every entrepreneur must learn, is how to sell. If you don't know how to sell, go find a different profession. Yeah, Vusi will always say that if you don't know how to sell, go find a different profession. So you are going to learn that definitely before the end of this class. Each and every one of you will be at least, will be very good in marketing to an extent. Okay. So here, Famous, I can see your question. You say, how do you test your website? Yes, let's just go into the next slide. So I'll begin to explain this in details so that you all will understand it better. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to talk about them one by one right now. Okay, so let's start with the first one, your website objective. Like I said, the easiest way to do this is just to identify your main goal. You see, when a client contacts me or contacts us at Code House to develop a website, the first thing we ask that client is their goals. We try as much as we can to understand why they need that website. Most times people are being told, I remember there was a time a client came to the office and he said he needs a website. And I was like, why do you need a website? He said, because my brother said I should own a website. You get? So most people, they just feel they need a website, but they don't know why they need the website. So I have to sit him down and ask him questions. Okay, your brother said you should develop a website. Okay, what do you do? What made him talk about the website? What made him indicate, what made him, tell you to develop a website or to build a website? Then he said, okay, he's into comedy skits, he does videos, funny videos and the rest. So his brother said the website will help him go viral. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Before the website, this is what you need first. Go sort out these ones before you come back to a website. You get it? So as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you must decide your main goal first. Decide what you want to do with that website. Though if you don't know what you want to do, like if you don't know exactly what you want to achieve with the website, you can always discuss with a developer or even a marketer, you get it, or a business strategist. They can now guide you based on the answers you give them to the questions they will ask you. So your first objective, yeah. So the first thing you have to do is to decide your objective, know why you need that website, and try as much as you can to take note of that. Take note of it, put it down, even if it seems funny at first, just write it down. As time goes by, clarity will come. As Mark Zuckerberg will say, ideas don't come out fully formed. It only gets started as you work on them. All you have to do is to start. Okay? All you have to do is to start. So put down a list of things or just one major goal, one thing you want to achieve. By the time we develop a website in this course, you will see the template I already have down on the kind of website you are to build. So it makes it easier. It makes the step easier because now you already know what you want to achieve with your website. Okay, so from there, once you are able to define what you want to achieve with your website, then we can talk about the structures and every other thing. But before the structure and the rest, the next thing you should look into is the SEO. Please, I'm going to discuss more on SEO in our next lesson, search engine optimization. Like I told you in our introductory lesson on digital marketing, when I told you to think about the last purchase you made, what was the first thing you did? You went to the internet. You went to Google to make some search, to type some words, okay? Those websites that came up on the Google's first page were websites that are SEO optimized. Now, two things happened. Either they are SEO optimized and they been show up based on organic reach, or they show up based on Google Ads. They show up based on Google Ads. So if they show up based on Google Ads, you will see the symbol by the side, ads. If they show up based on organic reach, it means that that website has been properly optimized so that whoever searches for a content relating to what they have on the website, it pops up. That is the more reason why most websites, depending on the nature of your website, it is also good, you set a category or a page for blogging so that those can also help you rank and bring people to your website. So search engine optimization is actually the process of optimizing your website in a way that it enables it to be found in the search engine for certain search queries. Okay, so SEO is very, very important. Very, very important. Not just for a website, even for your social media pages, even for your Instagram, for your Facebook, for your Twitter, for your LinkedIn. SEO, search engine, using the right keywords are very, very important. But don't worry, we'll discuss more on that in our next class, okay? Yeah, we'll discuss more on that in our next class. That will just be the topic of the day, all right? So create a sitemap. Create a sitemap, as I will always say, what is a sitemap? The sitemap provides an overview and visual representation of each of the pages on a given website. Okay, decide how your homepage will look like or what you want it to be, the contact page, the services page, your shop page, your profile page, like for your portfolio and the rest. But like I said, you can still build a one-page website and it have these details, but try as much as you can to keep things short and simple. The fewer, the better, all right? The fewer, the better. If you know you have a long thing to write, why not write them in the blog page, in the blog post, then link from your homepage to that blog post so they can read. But the smaller, the better, all right? Always make sure you go straight to the point in everything you're placing on your website, all right? So the next thing you also have to consider, like I said then, is your website design. Your website design. Please, this is very, very important. This is very, very important. You get it? The way in which your website is visually presented can have an influence on its success. Have you ever visited a website and it's just like, come on, what is this? What kind of colors do they use here, or the graphics, or it takes time to load and the rest, and you just leave the website? Why? It's simply because the visual representation was not appealing. But meanwhile, even while trying to appeal your audience, please know that usability matters. If you're trying to use the best video or the best graphics and it is heavy in such a way that your website takes time to load, those people you are trying to appeal will leave your website. Okay? So the right website design is likely to increase the chances of customers making a purchase. Have you ever gone to these top websites and you don't see it so engaging? There is something called an exit intent. Most times, by the time you try to close the website, something pops up. They still want you on their website. All these things are functionalities that still helps you engage with people in your website, show them images and pictures that, causes curiosity and catches their attention and makes them want to stay and want to do business with you. Okay, so your website design matters. Try as much as you can to understand how to use colors. I know we are going to talk a little bit about colors when we get to design importance and the rest in one of our sessions. But it is very, very important. As a digital marketer, there are so many things you need to know. There are so many things you need to understand. And the virtue and for the fact that we are here together with this platform that KodeCamp has created, you are definitely going to, to learn a lot from these sessions. Okay, you are going to learn a lot. So your design matters, then your content. Like I said, your website is nothing without the right content. So someone contacted me a few months ago for a website. Okay, just to market their brand, to run publicity for his business and the rest. And I asked if they have a website. He said yes. I said, okay, share the link with me. Let me visit your website, then I'll get back to you. So when I visited the website, I could not relate. I could not relate. Like, what is this business all about? I could not relate. That is because the website has the wrong content. Even from the domain name to the content of the website, they pass different message entirely. And I would say because the website, the content planning process was poor, or maybe they don't have an idea how the digital space works or what should be done. All right. So another good way to help you plan your content is by creating a buyer persona. So just imagine yourself as a customer visiting that website, which is your website, to buy a product or to seek for their services. What do you expect to see? If you know what you expect to see when you visit Jumia's website, or what you expect to see when you visit maybe a motivational speaker or an entrepreneur's website, then do the same to your business, because that is likely to be what people will see. But the best part to also go, the best way to go about this is to even create survey forms, get people, ask questions, hear from audience, analyze the data, then make a decision. So your content is key. Your content matters a lot. Then what makes you different? Like I keep saying, if you own a business and you are there to compete with others without a key reasons why we should leave other business to do business with you, then you are still missing out. If you are in a business because your friends are in that business, you are missing out. But if you join that business because your friends are in the business, then find out what they do and do better than them. It is very, very important. This is key. Okay, so identify the areas in which your business will be able to stand out from the rest. What makes you unique, down to your color, down to your text, down to the fonts, down to the things you say on your website, the things you write, the content you publish on your website. These things should make you stand out. They should make you stand out. It has a long way to aid your business. It goes a long way to, make you win the trust of others, because, people can be funny. Some people might decide to do business with you because they like the structure of your website, because they like the content of your website, because they like what you do, because they like your logo. That brings me to logo designs. A lot of people actually design logos based on trends. Please leave trends. Know exactly what you want for your business. Then use the right set of color, text, and fonts that matches with what you do. If you want to go for an icon, fine. If you want to use a text, fine. But try as much as you can to stand out uniquely. Just be unique in what you do. All right, just be unique in what you do, and you'll definitely get a better result. So try as much as you can to sit down. If you know you are in this session and you don't even know what makes you unique in your business, there is no problem. I understand. But this is an assignment to you. Sit back and ask yourself, why am I in this business? What are my competitors doing? How are they doing it? When you analyze this information, then try as much as you can to figure out a strategy on how you should grow your own business, or what you think they should do they are not doing. Then you apply it in your business and you put yourself out there. If you find it difficult to think through, then get a business strategist to help you, to guide you. Okay, it is very, very important that in everything you do, you stand out. Okay, in everything you do, you stand out. Now we'll talk about content management system. Like I said, content management system is just the easiest way to manage your content online. Okay, so when you use CMS, which is CMS, content management systems, it is a great way to build a professional looking website with little to no experience. So even if you don't have an experience on coding, you don't have an experience on how to build a website, you don't have, you don't have any tech skill at all, you can still get your website up and running, especially if you can't afford to pay a developer to develop your website. Okay, so content management systems are very, very helpful to people with little to no experience on codings or in the tech space, but still have other things they are passionate about. So we'll be discussing about WordPress. There is WordPress, there is Drupal, and Elementor is also one of the plugins you can use. So by the time we start creating a website, I'm going to show you how to apply this, just two of them, WordPress and Elementor, to build a professional looking website that will be 100% secured, and that will help you take your business to the next level. So before I proceed with the 8 points, I would like to go through the comments so I can answer some questions. Yeah. Okay. How do you test websites? Okay. I think that is the next thing we'll talk about. Your slides. Okay. What is it with my slide? Do you like the slides? You contact Codehouse for the slide. All right. For one to get the USP, one must carry out both a survey that's asking question and also a competitive analysis, right? Yes, you have to. Remember, I hope you guys have heard about the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, SWOT, SWOT analysis. So for every business, or even as an individual, as an entrepreneur, you have to, look through, determine your strengths, know your strengths, which is S. W, know your weaknesses. Then, try to explore the opportunities in that business or that venture you're about to go into, or you're already into. Since I believe a lot of us are already running a business or a brand, then your threats, exactly. You must look through these things. Know your strengths, capitalize on it. Know your weakness. If you need to employ someone to fill up that gap for you, or you even need, if the weakness is on the high side, if the possibility for not moving high or not succeeding in that business is high, then you just have to switch business. Yeah, in as much as you would like to go into a business you love, but if you weigh your options and it's not favorable, please just switch, okay? Because by the time you invest your time, your energy, money, and you don't get the result intended, you might feel frustrated, and you might begin to ask, is it my village people and the rest? Okay, so Ogumola route, exactly, that is it. So you create a survey forms and try as much as you can to keep it short and simple. Your survey forms should not be more than 5 questions. More than 5 questions. If you are creating a survey form for business purposes, I would advise not just to deactivate emails. Nobody should put in their emails. They shouldn't put in their emails. They shouldn't put in their phone numbers. People feel oh, these people now need my content, my details, so they can market or the rest. So let them know, I don't need your phone number, I don't need your email. Just help me carry out this survey. Okay, I'm working on a project, and I would like to analyze the data, the insights I will get from this survey. So this will even help them feel comfortable to tell you what's, or, to air their view, to air their opinion, and it will go a long way to help your decisions as well. Okay, so it is very, very important to carry out that survey. So let's proceed to number 8. Test your website. Yeah, someone was asking a question. I think that was Ruth. She said, how do you test your website? So by the time you've gone through this process, you'll now have to test your website. The easiest way, or the few things you can do, first of all, try to check how fast your website loads. Check your contact form if you use forms. Check the phone numbers, check the links on the websites. Okay, check the links to know if they are functioning, and if these links are actually directing the client or your prospect to where you want it to direct them. Okay, so by the time you test all these things, you might not test it yourself. You can actually send the link to 2, 3, 4 of your friends. Tell them to help you check it out. You get it? And another thing you should do again in the testing process is to proofread the content on the website. Check for grammatical errors, check for typographical errors. You can hire someone to do that for you, or you do it yourself. I will even advise, if you're building your website yourself, then you can activate Grammarly on your phone, or on your laptop, on your desktop, so that it can help you correct some grammatical errors. This will also help ease the work for you and lessen the budget, especially if you're low on budget and you're trying to take your business out there. Okay, so it is very, very important to test your website. It is very, very important to go through these 8 steps. Going through these 8 steps does not mean that these are the 8 steps you will take while building the website. These are the things you will do even before you start building the website. Then when you start building the website, when you've installed the WordPress and the rest, you can now proceed with the rest. Okay, so that is it about the website planning, and this is the key part of today's training, the website creation. So I would like to hear in the comments, how many of you would like to learn how to create a website? How many of you really wants to learn how to create a website? If you know you want to learn how to create a website, tell me in the comment section. Let me see your comments. Let me see your comments before we move over to the next one. Let me see your comments before we move to the next one. So tell me in the comment section. Okay, you're famous. Of course, you're going to achieve that. We have open laptops already. Yeah, please carry on. Okay, me. Okay. All right, so I can see your comments, and trust me, by the grace of God, we are going to achieve that today. All right, you can see I have to speed up with lesson 2.1 and 2.2 because I know what 2.3 is going to be like, and I would want to take my time to explain the vital things you need to get started building your website. Okay, I can see your comments, and I'm happy to see all that. So let's proceed. Let us proceed. Website creation. Let us proceed. Website creation. So first off, just take note of this, okay? You need a hosting plan and you need a domain name. You need a hosting plan and you need a domain name. What is a hosting plan? At simple, straight to the point, it is simply an online service that allows you to publish your website files onto the internet. I will come back and break it down for you again. Then you also need a domain name. It is as simple as the name of your website or the name of your business, okay? The name of your business, all right? So example, we have Codehouse, www.codehouse.com. Currently, this is a program by Codehouse, which is KodeCamp, and website is code.camp. Assuming if I'm to go into details, teaching you how to develop a website and the rest, I know there are several things I need to explain to you, like the URL, explain the extensions and all those. but that would take our time. So the basic thing you need to start building a website is what we're about to look into now. So for the hosting plan, let me give you a simple scenario, okay? Now, the hosting is just like your land, a plot of land or hectares of land. You get it? The hosting is just like a land. And when you have a land, you can build a house. So without the land, you cannot build the house. So your domain, which is your business name, the www.yourbusinessname.com is your house. Your domain, your hosting is what? The land. So without the land, you cannot build your house. So without a hosting plan, you cannot build your website. Your domain, your www.xyz.com cannot be accessible because you don't have a hosting plan. Even if you successfully buy a domain, you still need a hosting plan. Okay, so these words might look so funny or sounds challenging to you, but don't worry. Once you need a hosting plan, once you need a domain, you just contact us at Code House and we'll get it done for you at a pocket-friendly rate. Okay, we'll get it done for you at a pocket-friendly rate, but you need a hosting plan and you need a domain. You can just chat up IKs on the Slack platform and he will guide you on how to go about that. I know the fee is very, 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 very affordable, but without these two, you cannot build a website. Your website cannot be accessible, okay? So you need a hosting plan, which is like your land, and you need a domain, which is your house, for your business to be out there. Without the domain, which is your house, and without the hosting plan, which is the land, your house cannot be accessible. So I hope this illustration is clear. Please, is it? Or should I explain it one more time? I try to use the example of a house and a land so that you can understand better. Okay, even if you have the money for cement, you have everything it takes to build a house. If you don't have a land, you cannot build a house. That is just what it is. So your hosting is the land, the domain is your house. The domain is your house. Okay, I can see your comments. All right, so you guys understand the explanation, right? So let me proceed. I know we have about an hour left, so let's achieve something with the 1 hour remaining. Let's achieve. Okay, it is clear, sir. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I'm so happy you guys are following. I'm so grateful for that. So having said that, there are different types of websites. Okay? We have an e-commerce website, which a lot of you have been hearing about. We have a personal website, we have a portfolio website, and we also have a blog website. So last week, I was discussing with a client and he said he needs a blog. Or no, he was asking what is different between a blog and a website. So I just smiled. I know what he's actually asking. I know the direction he's coming from, but we need to clarify that, okay? We need to clarify that. A blog is a website actually, but depending on the type of website you want to build, like I told you, you first of all need to decide the kind of website you want to build. It matters, okay? It matters. So let me explain these 4 types of website. Though there are more, depending on how a platform would want to break it down to you. But I don't like, so much examples, you end up confusing people at the end. So I enjoy to keep things short and simple, straight to the point. These are the 4 basic kind of websites you need. You either need an e-commerce website or a personal website or a portfolio website or a blog website. Funny enough, you can even build a website that comprises of all these, depending on how far or how good you are with web development, either coding or without coding, all right? So an e-commerce website allows the users to shop for and purchase products. We see Amazon, we see Konga, we see Jumia and the likes. These are e-commerce websites. These are websites where you can go to and you buy products online. You have to maybe put in your card details to buy online. That is an e-commerce website. Every e-commerce website sells a product. You pay for the product. you go through the checkout process. When we say checkout process, checkout simply means, when you order that product, you add it to cart. When you now click on checkout, you put your name, your phone number, your email, and all those details. When you click next, you now input your card details and the rest to confirm you've placed that order. So every e-commerce website has what? A payment gateway, a payment system. You can buy from that website. Now, next is a personal website. Like a lot of you here will actually need a personal website if you want to become a digital marketer or more like a brand. But if you want to sell products, you still need an e-commerce. Even in your personal website, you can still have a shop in your personal website. You can have a shop in your blog website. You can have a shop even in your portfolio website. But it is good to keep things clear. All right, it is good to make things very, very easy so that when someone visits your website, they see value and they know that you have taken your time to curate your content and to plan your business. Okay. Now, what about the personal website? These are websites for individuals who want to have an online presence to voice their opinion, to help with job prospects, or establish their own brand. If you want to establish your own brand, if you are an industry expert, if you have a skill you are monetizing and you want to build some level of credibility online, then you need a personal website. Okay, you need a personal website, more like your business website. Okay, you get it. So you can still call it your personal website or your business website. Now, the third one, we have a portfolio website. So a portfolio website is actually similar to a business website, to a personal website, but here you are just showcasing your professional works. Okay, your professional works and the goals of winning clients. You get it? So on your portfolio, if you're a graphic designer, you might be publishing more of your graphic content. If you're a video creator, you can be publishing more of your video content on the website. If you even just like the personal website stuff where you render services, you can also show the works you have done. If you're a web developer, you can show the website you've developed on your website. People see it, people see what you've done, then they can contact you. Then the last one is a blog website. A blog website is regularly updated with relevant articles, videos, and photos meant to inform, entertain, and educate your audience. So you see these people that are into lifestyle blogging, those that talks about fashion, those that talks about the latest trend. Usually they have a blog website. So they always publish content on their website. For instance, the news agencies, they use blog websites because they always publish news. You get it? All the blog spotlight, a lot of platforms, those that deals more on information, they all have what? A blog website, because they need to pass information across to people. All right? They need to pass information across to people. They need to keep their posts or their website updated regularly, just as we do on your social media platforms. All right. So this website, these are the major types of websites you need. You either need an e-commerce website or a personal website for your brand, or a portfolio website, or a blog website. Meanwhile, you can still integrate all this into one website. All right, you can still integrate all this into one website. It's all about creating pages and the rest. Okay, so I don't know if you have any question here before we go practical. Do you have any question before we go practical? If you do, please let me know before I go to the next slide, then we'll go practical. You can ask in the comment section if you have. In the absence of any question, we can still move ahead. So if you have any question, please ask before we proceed. That is to say that the portfolio website is more like an advertisement platform for what you do, yeah? A kind of, yeah, because you show what you do, yeah. You show your works. If you're a caterer, you can still show your works there. You get it? You're a graphic designer, you show your works there. If you're a filmmaker, you can still show your works there. But meanwhile, uploading videos directly to your website might affect the load time of the website. That is why sometimes we do publish on YouTube and link to your website, or you buy a video hosting plan so that it doesn't affect the load time of your website. So a portfolio, a personal website or a portfolio website, sorry, it's more like an advertisement platform for what you do. If that is how you understand it, fine. But exactly what are you doing there? Why are you posting your products? Why are you posting the services? It is because it is the things you've done, the things you've achieved for your clients. So you want your prospect to see it and also engage with you. So any other questions? Okay, so let's proceed to the next. I hope I answered your question. I hope you got me clearly here, Famous. Did you understand the explanation I gave now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. So let's proceed to the next. To the next slide, we are going to develop a personal website, okay? Remember what I said about a personal website. If you look over here, a personal website are for individuals who want to have an online presence to voice their opinion, help with job prospects, or establish their own personal brand. So I believe we all want to establish our own personal brand, irrespective of what you would like to achieve online. Let's just give a simple example with this, okay? So what is our objective now? Our objective is for brand visibility, just to get people to know more about our brand, okay? To get people to know more about, okay, let me use myself, for instance. Now, I want people to know about my brand. That is why I need a website. Sorry. I want people to know more about my business. That is why I need a website. I want people to be able to interact with me. That is why I need a website, okay? So what will my website flow be like? Now, I'm going to create a one-page website, okay? And we'll create it together, all right? You will see the process. We'll create it together. Remember, you can always go back on YouTube to download this video, all right? So, because I know we have less than an hour left, so which means I have 15 minutes, okay? So in this website, the objective is to make myself, popular. Let me use that word just for brand visibility, for people to get to know about me. So the flow is, I will first of all tell them who I am. Then I will tell them what I do. Then I can show testimonials of clients that I've worked for or I've worked with. Then I'll give out my contact details. So this is exactly what I want to achieve with the website I'm going to build now. All right. So remember, for you to be able to, develop a website, you need certain things. All right. You need certain things. And before we even talk about that, we need certain things like your hosting, as I've mentioned, and your domain. Okay. So at this point, I would have shown you how to buy a domain or a hosting, but just because of the limited time we have, and because we sell that at Codehouse, so there is no need taking you to other platforms out there. So once you need your domain and your hosting, just contact Codehouse and we're going to sort it out for you and even install WordPress for you. Then you can carry on. Okay, so I'm going to jump 3 processes. First of all, the process of getting or buying a domain name. Secondly, the process of hosting your domain, okay? And thirdly, the process of installing WordPress on your website. Now, like I told you earlier, WordPress is a content management system that you can use to organize your content. I hope you get this, guys. So WordPress is a content management system that you can use to organize your website. So I'm going to jump the process of acquiring a domain name, hosting the domain, and installing WordPress. So once you need these 3 things, definitely you have to come through Codehouse so we can sort it out for you, okay? Trust me, it's at an affordable rate. You can get that. So in this website I want to develop, I'm going to have 5 sections. First is the hero section. The secondly is the services, where I talk about what I do. Thirdly will be more like a CTA, a way of them contacting me. Then fourthly will be testimonials. And in the fifth section, we'll have our contact details, okay? On the fifth section, we'll have our contact details. So before we go practical, I would like to know if you have any question. You can drop it in the comment box, because this time we are heading over to WordPress, to a website to work on. So there are certain things you still need to understand, but I know I cannot really explain everything in 1 hour, like the choice of a domain name, the kind of name to use for your business and the likes. I might not be able to go through all that process now, but in due time, we can see how to go about it. Just contact Codehouse and we'll guide you on that, okay? Contact Codehouse, will guide you on that. So if you have any question, please ask before we go practical. So once we're on that screen, every question will be relating to the practical aspects. But in the absence of any question, I can go over to Google so that we can start developing a website immediately. Any question, please drop it while I just, drink water. Yeah. All right, okay, no questions. So let's go over to Google. Sorry, yeah, Google. Yeah, let's go over to Google. Let's develop a website ASAP, okay? So here we go on my space here. Okay, sorry. So I already have a website. This is just a demo website. I use this website for demo purposes to teach and explain certain things to my students. So we are going to use this website. Now, already there's a home page in the website. The home page is just a productivity hub. Yeah, a productivity playground for goal-oriented entrepreneurs. Yeah. So we are going to change the home page of this website now to tell exactly what we want. Remember from our previous slide, you know what we have there, okay? So this is actually the back end of a WordPress website. This is the back end of a WordPress website. And now we want to develop a website with a flow, okay? So what happens? There are two things you must understand here. We have pages, okay? We have pages and we have posts. But we are going to work on a page because we are building a one-page website. So we can always add a new page. A page is actually, we want to use this page for our home page, just like what you see here, but we want to change it now, all right? So when you go to pages, after installing the WordPress, please take note, we jumped 3 steps. We jumped the step where you bought a domain. We jumped the step where you must have acquired your hosting plan, and the step where you have installed WordPress. Once you have installed WordPress, you see a dashboard like this from the back end. Yeah, Codehouse will give you the login details. So you can now begin. So, but before you start, the first thing you even do before you go to pages, you go to plugins. Plugins are software. They are tools that you can actually use to speed up your website creation process. All right. So because we want to build a personal website, we'll need a tool like Elementor. Elementor is also a plugin or a software that we can use to arrange our content, like I explained earlier. We use it to arrange our content. So if you come over to plugins and you click on add new, as I just did here, you come here and you search for Elementor. I know a lot of you must have been seeing these adverts on Facebook and the likes. You search for Elementor. Though I have it installed here already, and I know it's going to pop up. This is Elementor. You can see it is active. So on your own part, for the first time, when you come over to this place, you will see install, just like these ones are saying install now. When you install it, once it is successfully installed, you will now have to activate the website, okay? Once you activate it, then you are good to go with that part. The next thing you need is a theme, okay? Remember, you are not coding because you don't have an idea on coding, but you need to, do what we call a drag and you need to build a website just with a predetermined template already. So you need a theme as well. So when you come to appearance, you can see the option for themes. So you can click on themes. I already have a theme here. And the name of the team is Astra. Astra, as you can see here, Astra, A-S-T-R-A. So please write down the processes. The first thing we did was what? To install WordPress, sorry, to install Elementor. Then you download your theme, all right? Then you download your theme. So once you have downloaded the theme, then you can proceed, okay? You can proceed to appearance, go to customize. You know, there are so many options here, but the basic thing you have to do next is to go to Astra option. Now, what we want to do here is to choose a template we would like, a template we want to work with. Remember, it's a drag and drop thing, okay? So there are a lot of templates we can see here. I've clicked over and it's going to show us some templates which you can work with. So when you come over to this place, based on the kind of website you want to build, based on the kind of website you want to develop, remember we want to work on a portfolio website. You can see this is a personal website. This is a portfolio website. If you like this structure, and you would like to your website to, you know, if you like to build your website with this structure, then you can just click on this, then, you know, you download it. So you can see what it looks like. You can see what it looks like. So if you would like your website to come in this structure, all you have to do is to just click on this. It installs on your WordPress, then you begin to edit. You begin to edit, okay? But we just want to keep things short and simple. I wouldn't want to be going through all this process. So this is actually the easiest way to do it. So once you determine or you choose the particular template you like, you want to build, all you have to do is to just download it, all right? When you click on download, you download these templates and you begin to edit them to your taste, to give you the taste and the feel that you like, all right? So we are not going pro. Let's just go back to this place, all right? So let's go back here. So the main thing we have to do next, please, is there any question before I proceed? So I'll be sure you guys are with me. Please tell me in the comment section, are you following? Am I too fast? Is the pace okay? Please tell me in the comment section so I would know how to go about the training now. Please express yourself in the comment section before I proceed, please. Okay, so I'm not following. All right, what is the challenge? Why are you not following? Rita Chooks, what is the challenge? Proceed, I'm following. Okay. Okay, so Rita, please, whatever the challenge might be, please, let's work on this together, okay? So we want, we are here now, we want to choose a template, okay? You can see business websites, you can see local business and the rest. So we just need the free, okay, this is all. The premium ones, you can see the signal, you can see the tags on it for premium templates, but we don't want anything premium here. We just want a simple website we can use to get what we want, all right? So let's look for, okay, let's say agency websites. Let's see what we can get from here. Then let's select this one. Since it has to do with digital marketing, let's select this, okay. All right. So it is important the website we choose. It is important it once it has successfully imported, then we'll begin to edit. So while we wait for it to import, let me go through the message. Template and theme are two different things. Yes, templates and themes are two different things actually. So the theme actually has some template that makes it easier for you to start developing the website. Okay, it makes it easier for you to start developing the website. So what actually happens is when you download a theme, and because they know, okay, a lot of people need a website, some are not tech savvy, some don't have ideas on how to code and the rest. So these platforms now developed a template that you can just tap on to download. Once you tap on it and you download the template, all you have to do is to edit, drag and drop. You edit these templates, you edit them, you edit, and you proceed, okay? So a team actually provides templates, but not all team does that, all right? Not all team does that. All right, Jamil, you said, please recap from the first team if you want to build a website. Okay, I believe this video will still, yes, there's an error message on my screen. Yeah, the import, I'm trying it again, yeah. So I believe this video will be published on YouTube, so you can always look through, okay? You can always look through. Why aren't we making use of WordPress? Any reason for that? We are using WordPress currently. We are using WordPress. That is what we are using now, yeah. So it just wants me to fill in my details so you can proceed. Yes, I can just put in my details. I can put in my email. Unfortunately, I can't even close my screen, but it's all good. Okay. Yeah, you know, this is, they will also use this for marketing as well. So it's cool, it's cool, let them get it. So let me submit and build my website. So as we can see now, the installation process is going through. It is installing the required themes, it is installing the plugin, it is installing the menu and even the posts and the likes based on that particular template I chose, okay? Based on that particular template I chose. So while it is processing, let me go through the comments to attend to your questions as well. All right, so Elementor is a theme on WordPress. Elementor is actually a plugin. So there are a few things we need to understand here. Number one is we have a theme. The second thing we also need to understand now is the plugins. The plugins, the theme and the plugins. From the theme, you can get your templates. From the plugin, you get additional software that helps you develop the sites faster. All right. From the plugins, you get additional software that can help you develop the sites. So that is just how it works. The thing is, at first, it might look a bit, challenging or clumsy, but as you proceed, you get a better clarity. I know 1 hour is not enough for this. Okay, 1 hour is not enough for this. So please, if you have missed any parts, you can go live and watch on YouTube. All right. Yeah. Okay. So is it possible to use one of which template or theme? Yes, it is possible. It is possible. Okay, it is possible. It is very, very possible. Yeah, it is. So it is taking time. It is taking time, you know, the internet and the rest. So that is it because we are live. But I think this is the template we downloaded, right? So for this template, all we have to do is to edit, change the text, change the color if need be, and we'll get what we want, all right? But for me, I've been in this space for over 7 years, so I always build my sites from scratch. I always build most of these websites from scratch. So once I determine exactly what I want, I build from scratch. So it seems the network is not strong enough. I can just decide to, you know, let go of these parts, then build from scratch so that you can see how we can develop a website from scratch, since it's still taking time to load because it has to take off the previous content on the website in order to install this new one so that we can get going. All right, one more question. So 1, we need to download WordPress, yes. 2, install Elementor from the WordPress. From the 3, download a theme and choose a template. Yes, of course, you have to do it, whether you do it, but the first thing is you need a WordPress, yes. Second one can be your theme and your templates before Elementor, okay? But the first thing is the WordPress. So Jane, you are right, you are correct, you are correct. All right, it's taking time and we don't have all that time, okay? We don't have all that time. We have less than 15 minutes to wrap up. So what will happen now is I'll just close this page, go directly to the WordPress, and we are going to build one from scratch. It might be a little bit, how do I put it? It might be a little bit confusing because some steps will be jumped, but as time goes by, we'll see what we can do about it. Maybe we can make you can just check out videos on how to build a WordPress website. and equip yourself with the knowledge. Okay. So in order not to take time, let's just skip this. Let me skip this so that we can proceed, so we can achieve something today. So let me close that page. Yes, let me close that page. Let me close this too. Then let me refresh this page. I hope it hasn't affected this page. Let me refresh. Oh, it has. Okay. All right. So I'll just go back to the back end and I'm going to develop a website. Okay. We are going to develop this from scratch now, from scratch. So all you will do is to go to pages, click on add new page. We'll click on add new page. Now we are going to develop a new website, a new homepage from scratch. Okay. We are going to develop from scratch. So we are going to work with Elementor to get exactly what we want, so that within the next 30 to 45 minutes, we'll be done with this. So just write the title of the page. So let's say KodeCamp Digital Marketing Demo Session. So this is the name of the page, okay? Digital Marketing Demo Session. So right, so I'll just publish this page, okay? Oh, there's a mistake in the spelling here. Marketing, yeah, demo session. So I'll publish this page. Now, the reason why I'm publishing it already is because I want to work with Elementor, but I just want that page to be published. Then I'll carry on from there. All right, the page is published. Now, let me preview this page so that you will see what we have, and you will now compare what it will look like when we are done. All right. So currently, you can see it is just an empty page. Okay. You can see what it looks like. It does not even look like a website, like a professional website. So what do we do here? I come back to this place and I click on Edit with Elementor. Or Edit with Elementor. So straight to the point, if we go back to our slides, remember from the slide, I told you we are going to create our header. Then section 2, we have for the services. I'm just going to copy this text and paste there to make it easier. In step 3, section C, a call to action, a contact information, section 4, testimonials, and section 5, another contact details. So that is exactly what we are going to develop now. All right, that is what we are going to develop now. Okay. We stopped this the other time, so I believe that's the reason why we are having this. Okay. So can you make a quick recap on how to develop a personal website? So, all right, so that's what we are working on. Please just stay tuned. Okay. So we are currently live. So these are more like some little challenges on my face, because we need to go through these processes. If it were to be a pre-recorded video, we'll just take off those parts. But since I was trying to upload that and it didn't give us exactly what we want, so what I will do now is to go to another of my websites and use that as a demo for us. I'll use that as a demo to help us build a site now. So let's just go to the back end. We are going to add a new website, a new page, and we'll continue from there. So let me copy out this name. We'll use the same name over here. Let me just close that, all right? So we'll go to pages, add new page. Let us create a new page from this part now. Yeah, so we'll title the page and we'll publish the page. Then we'll now begin to work with Elementor to get exactly what we want. Okay, So let's work with Elementor now to get exactly what we want. So the first thing first, we'll create our header. We'll create the header for the page. So after the header, then we'll go to the next session, okay? After the header, we'll go to the next. Don't worry about all this, it will go off. So if you are working with Elementor, we have these tabs here. These tabs will help you insert the sections, the header, the text, the images, the video, button, then spacing and dividing, Google Map and icons, all right? This will help you achieve this. So Elementor has made it easier. Like I told you, the content management system makes these things easier for you. So the first thing you have to do now is to select, so select a section. Then inside that section, you click on this tab here, these dots we have here. When you click on it, you come over to the basic section and add the inner section. Now, this inner section is being divided into two. What we want to achieve here is a section where we'll have my picture and a section where we'll have a text. This is the first thing your clients see when they visit your website, all right? A section that has your picture and the one that has your text. So when I click on this plus sign, this dialog box opens here. I just drag this image box and I place it inside here, okay? Now I can tap on it again in order to select a picture from my website that I've uploaded. If I've not uploaded any picture yet, you can click on upload, then click on select file, and it will go through your laptop or your desktop to select files that you have from there and you publish. All right, so let me just select any of the picture here to use. Let me use this picture of me. So at this point, I want a text here. So we are going to add a text, a header text. Now this header text, I just want it to be very, very simple. I just want to write hi or hello dear. Just hello dear, okay? Then I can place it at the center. I just want it to be at the center. I want it to be at the middle so that it aligns with what I want here at the middle. Okay, so when I come back to this section again, always tap here to go back to see other options you have. The next thing I need here is my text editor. Just drag it and drop it. Now, before I started working on this website, one thing I did was to write down the content I need for this website. Now, if you look over here, this is the demo website copy because I already planned my content beforehand. I know exactly what I want to do. I know exactly what I've analyzed. I've taken my time to understand what I want to achieve with this website. So I have everything I need for the different sections. Okay, so for the subheader, which is more like that title, I can just come down here and copy my text and paste it here. You see, I can just copy it, come back to this place, and I paste it. All right. Now, if we come over to this part again, I have my button text. My button text, what I wrote is, how can I help you? I can copy it up, come over to this side. Now, let me enlarge it so that you will see what I'm doing so far. So I need a button underneath this place. I can come down to this tab. Anytime you want to add a new element in your workspace, just tap on this button here, select what you want. So this time around, we have our header, we have our subheader. The next thing I need is a button. Just drag it and drop it under here. Okay, drag and drop it under here. Then put the title, what you want them to see. Hi, hey, here's how I can help you. So there is something, let me use this opportunity to tell you about content management again, or copywriting rather. You see, when you are building your website, I learned recently, late last year, I was taking a course on copywriting, and the young man I learned from taught me a new style of copywriting. We discussed on, what is it called again? Conversational copywriting. So if you know the way you would discuss with a prospect, if you know the way you would pitch your business to a prospect, why don't you make your copy that way? All right, so now this is me telling you, hello there, my name is Charles Izuoba. I am an innovative digital marketer and a skill monetization strategist. Here is how I can help you. Now, what I want is, by the time you click on this button, it takes you to the next part. Now, remember from the what we wrote down from our slide, if you remember vividly in our slide, I said in the first session, we have hello there. My name is Charles Izoba. I'm a skill monetization strategist. Button text, how do I help you? Then the next takes them to my service. So at this point, I need to tell them why they should trust me and why they should do this business with me. So that is the reason why I have this text that says with 7+ years in the digital space, I can assure you that you will experience a turnaround in your business when we work together. So let me just copy this. Let me go back to what we are working on here. Then I just expand this so I can add that section. Now, this is the first session. This is our hero section. We are done with section 1, okay? Now, section 2, I can now click on this plus sign in order to select a new, in order to add a structure to it again. I can pick this one, come back to the dotted sign here. Please watch this video over and over. I know you cannot get it clear for once for the first day, please, but just try as much as you can to practice more, okay? So select your text. You can place your text here. Now, the title of this text for me will be services. Services. Now, to align this text, all you have to do is to click on the center text here. Then it goes to the middle. So we need a space between section A and section B, which is section 1 and section 2. So the only thing I have to do now is to come to the margin. Here we have the advanced tab here. Then I tap on this particular option. You can see we have top, right, bottom, left. So I want a space between the services and my image here, or the section 1. 2 ways you can do this is to actually go through this process, add a figure there, a value. So we have 50. If you are cool with 50, fine. If you are not cool, you can still space it out again. Don't be scared of space. It makes your work more easier for people to see and to understand. Your website looks easy to read and to understand. So it is either you go through that process or you select spacer. When you pick spacer, watch now. I'm going to put the spacer underneath and you will see the space in between both parts now. So when you put space in here, you can see it has also created a space here. So these are 2 options we can use, but let's stick with what we used at the first time. Let's stick with what we used at the first time. Now, the next thing I want to do here is to, write that text that explains how I can help them. So I can come inside this box, tap on the plus sign. It's just going to open up the dialog box, the element section for me. I can click on another header and drag it in. Now I can make this a bit smaller. Let's do H4 so that this one remains bigger. Here we can still do H1 for this first one. We can even resize the text. You can resize the text anyhow you want it to be. If you want it to be at 90, you can resize the text, okay? Now, services. If we go back to my slide, from what I have in my slide, let me just work from this side. Section 2, header, services. So I can just pick, okay, with 7 years plus experience. Yeah, let me select this text because I know I copied it there too. Okay. So I will place this text here. Then I have to align it to be at the middle. I have to work on the color. If I want it to be brighter than what it is now, already the site we are working with now has a black background. Okay, it has a black background. So that's the reason why we can see the black background. You can always change the color of your site and the rest. So we have limited time. So there are so many things I know I would not be able to touch in this video. But this is just to make you understand the basics that even without a coding experience or a coding skill, that you can build a website that tells and speaks of your brand and help you get that client which you need out there. Okay, so text 1 and text 2 will be similar. The easiest way, or another way I can actually duplicate this, or I can get this easily done, is to duplicate the content here. So I have it in 2 sections. I take off this one. So what I want to write down here are the 2 services I offer. You get it? Are the 2 services I offer. So for text 1, we have digital marketing consultation. which I can apply there. So just change this text now to digital marketing consultation. This is my services. And the second one now, so on your own part, if you know exactly what you do, you now place it there again. Okay, you now place it there. So if you have your copy and you've even written down your structure, it makes it easier for you to go to the next level. So everything becomes so easier. You just put these things, down. Now, let's say you've been working and you want to see or know how far you've gone. All you have to do is to come down here on the preview changes, tap on it, then the site opens on a new page for you to see what you've been doing so far. I will still take this off and I'll show you how to go about it. So you can see this is more like a template of what we have. By the time your clients or your customers go through, they can still get to see your business, know what your business is all about, and find a way to connect with you. Okay, so we proceed. Okay. Sorry. So the next section now is the third section where I want them to connect with me. All right, please, I'll try to fasten up. I'll try to hasten up with this so that we can allow time for other people's session. But just stay tuned, stay with me. Okay, can one equally use Dreamweaver? Okay. Okay, I've not used Dreamweaver, so I can't give a response to that. Is WordPress the only website designed to? No, we also have Wix. There is Wix, there is WordPress, of course, and there is so many other platforms. There is a lot of them. Maybe I'll just make more research and send down to you in the Slack space. Yeah, on the Slack space. Okay. So I'm trying to take off this header so I can see what I'm doing here. All right. So after the services section, you can just duplicate this page. You can always duplicate this instead of creating over and over again. You can duplicate this, then change the information you have here to suit exactly what you want, and you proceed. So for section 3, we want them to call, we want them to contact, okay? So you can put your contact there. You can put your contacts, how you want them to reach you. So double tap over here and paste your contacts. So at this point, we'll have to reduce the size here because you can see this is too bold. This is too bold. You can reduce this. You can as well add your header. Just come down over to this place again. Copy this or you duplicate it and you bring it down. Okay, and you bring it down. So we have so much spacing here. Remember what we did at the first time? We had to come down here to create this space. Just take it off, all right? Take it off. Reduce the size here again, all right? Let's take this down to like H3, but because we edited manually, we'll still have to come down here to reduce the size. So we can reduce the size to 40. We can reduce the size to 40. Remember your text again. Feel free to come across to me. So our goal for developing this website is just to make ourselves accessible to clients. Make yourself accessible to clients. In order to make things look cool and different, you can always add a color. You can always style this text so that at least it stands out from. You can decide to give all your header a particular color so they looks different from every other thing. At least your clients can know when they're in a different section. I'm actually trying to rush these, but I know with time, when you practice on your own, we'll get to understand better how to go with this. Okay, so the next section we want to create now is our testimonial session. And in the testimonial session, we want people to be able to reach you. You want people to, to see the testimonials of the clients you've worked with, okay? So you can just duplicate this one again. Then you can drag it down to this section here. So when you come over to this point, you will see an option for testimonials. You will see option for testimonials. You can always drag and drop. That is the beautiful thing with this. You can always drag and drop. This is testimonials. So let's take this off because we're not making use of this again. Let's take this text off again. I'm almost rounding up, please. So guys, can still hold on with the questions. I'm going to attend to them. After this section, we'll work on the last session. Then we can take questions and we'll see what we can achieve next. So drag and drop your testimonial box here, and we have it inside there. So I wouldn't be editing all this text because of the limited time we have. And I wouldn't be doing, like, I won't really give this site the best look it can feel you can actually have. Because of our limited time, we cannot do this in 1 hour. But this is just to, open you up to that avenue to make you see that even without a tech skill, you can develop a website for your business to get your business up and running, to get people to at least endorse your business and, connect with you to do business with you. All right. So this is the 4th section, which we are going to work on now. After this 4th section, then we can call it a day for today so that the other sections can take place too. All right. So this time, we are also going to paste this here. So we have it in our last part. So here, what we want to do now is to add your contact details. Add your contact details, how people can contact you, how they can connect with you. All right, add your contact details here. Tell them how you want them to connect with you, what they need to know, and the rest of them. So you can just write up your contacts. Okay, we are available 24/7. Okay, so at this point, put in your details here. Okay, office address. Then write your office address down here. We can write locators. Let me show you how to add a Google map here. So let's take this part off so that we can replace it with our Google map address, okay? So still scroll down, you can see Google map here. All you do is just to take it over to this part and drop it here. Now come down to the location and write the address. Put down the address. So ours is 168 Idoro Road, opposite Beggar Yard, Uyo. Okay, opposite Beggar Yard, Uyo. All right, so we have the address now. It is going to reflect, so you can see. Now, the reason why this is popping up here, I'm going to teach you when we get to social media marketing. You can see immediately I put the exact address of our training center. It just appeared on the website. So I will show you how that was done, the other works we've done behind the scene in order to achieve this. So put your office address here. You can duplicate this again, then put your phone number, just bring it down. Put your phone number. You can duplicate this where the phone number will be. Okay, so you can put your phone number here, whatever your phone number is, just write it here, please. I'm just trying to hasten up, all right, so we can achieve other things. So write down your phone number here, put your office address. Once you are good with all this, then you can just update this page. So what happens? Everything you have made, everything you've written down relating to your business has been updated, has been published. You get it? So when you give out your website link, people begin to see your website the way it is, the information you want them to access, and the rest. This is not properly aligned because I know we just have limited time. We have less than 20 minutes to round up. Okay, we have less than 20 minutes to round up. But the truth is, WordPress can help you achieve what you want to achieve for your website. Get this website running, up and running once and for all. So since we have about 10 minutes, I don't know, can you guys permit me 10 minutes to align everything very well, to give it that professional look so that we'll know we've achieved something today. So if you can still give an extra 10 minutes, please tell me in the chat section while I show you how we can properly align this text, change the colors, and give it that professional look we would always like our website to be like. So please tell me in the comment section if you can still allow me that time. So I can get that done for us. While I wait for your response, let me quickly take off that header. So if you're also working on your site, please, the kind of pictures you use matters, all right? You can see, I don't think this picture really aligns with this based on the background. You can actually take it off. If you are cool with it this way, fine, you can still use it that way. But personally, I know I would like to take that, all those things off. All right, so I've taken off that header part. We can't see that arrow there again. We can't see it there again, okay? So it's more like, hello there, my name is Charles. I'm an innovative digital marketer. I'm an instructor. Here's how I can help you. When a client clicks here, it brings them down to this part, which is the services part. That's the way these things are being arranged and aligned. Then they can see the contacts, they can see testimonials, they can call you, they can even locate your center. Okay, they can even locate your center. So let me quickly make some adjustment. At least let me fine tune this in the next 5 to 10 minutes so that we'll have something presentable. So just give me 5 to 10 minutes. Let me show you what we can achieve with this. Just give me 5 to 10 minutes. Let me work on some things speedily. Okay, so first of all, I want to take off the header and the footer. I need to take off the header and the footer so that the page okay. Let's continue with Elementor. So guys, please, if you are still with me, can you tell me in the comment section? Please kindly connect, kindly drop a comment if you are still with me, so I don't feel alone here. If you are here, please comment write in the comment section so I can wrap up with this part now. All right, please write in the comment section. So let me show you how to link this up now. Let me show you how to link it up, okay? Remember I told you when you click on this part, it takes you to the next section. So what you would do, this is the services session. So when you tap on the center section here, come down to advanced, you can see CSS ID. I know you guys don't code, yes. You can see the CSS ID. All you have to do is to give it a name, give it a title. So I'm going to give this services, all right? I'm going to title it services. Let me copy it, services. So what I'll do now is to come over to this button, click on the edit tab. Here we have the link with the hashtag, just paste that services there. So now once anybody clicks here, it brings them to the next one. You can see what happened now. Once you click services, it now brings you down to this part. Remember, we are creating a one-page website where people can just click on, visit, and see everything about your brand or your business. If you want to change the color of the button, you can always do that here. Come here, select any color you want. Select any color you want. Then let me copy this color. So I'll just maintain, no, let me use something brighter. So we'll just maintain the color every other place. All right. So we use this color now. All right. So for the text, let's just do black. So it shows off 5, 6. All right. So here's how I can help you. When they click, it brings them to services. On this page again, we begin to work. We begin to adjust things again. So let me make the necessary adjustments so this website looks more professional, okay? At the right, we have, let me do 20. At the left, let's do 20, okay? Let me do 50, 50. Okay. Just want to pad it so that we'll get something cool. Please, who's writing on the screen? Please stop writing on the screen. Don't worry, I'm almost done. I'm almost done with this. Yeah. Okay. So now this is the contacts page. We are not linking any of the, we are not placing a button. At the end, I just want us to have two buttons on this page. I just want us to have two buttons on this web page, okay? So just keep things simple, keep things cool, all right? We'll just keep them simple and cool. Let them just connect, get the basic information they need. We are not taking anybody out. We are not creating an e-commerce shop where they are coming to buy, all right? The goal is just to help them connect with our business, connect with our brand. And that is just what we want to achieve here, okay? So address, let me work on this. Let me make it, bring it. So remember, these texts are not properly edited. They're supposed to have your office details or your office address and the rest. Your phone number, it's supposed to be here. If you have a social media account, you can as well bring in your social media account. Just go back to this section here. You look for social media. Then you tap on social media or social shares, bring it into social icons. You drop it here. Then you add the link to your social media accounts and everything falls here. So before you know, in less than a day, your website is up and running. In less than 1 day, your website is up and running. As you can see, how many minutes did it take us to build this? Yeah, because I know I've been in the field, but truth be told, when you go through this process or with constant practice, you are going to achieve exactly what you want. You get your website up and running. So we are going to end it here for today, please. We are going to end the website development process for today so that we can attend, so that other people can have their sessions. Meanwhile, we'll see how we can go about it. Maybe we'll contact Codehouse later to see how we can get an extra time to show you how to develop a website so that you can grow and monetize your business, your skills, and your plan. So far, we have discussed about the importance of owning a website. We have looked into website planning. We have created a website that will represent your brand. And with the website, you can use to take your business to the next level. It puts you out there. It creates credibility. It gets people to know more about your business. It gets people to contact you. And you have the 100% control of what happens in your business. With a professional looking website, you can seal deals, you can get contracts, you can refer people, you can even make money while you sleep. If you are interested in affiliate marketing with your website, you can achieve this. If you are using social media automations to grow your business with your website, you can achieve this. So irrespective of what you want to achieve with your business, you need a website. Like I told you earlier, the website helps take your business to the next level. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I'm just trying to speed up because of the other sessions. So we hope, and I hope you got value here today. I hope you got value today, despite the little challenges we have with the internet and the other platform. So please, we'll see how we can make it up, or maybe provide a pre-recorded video that can guide you on how to build your own website. But remember, you need your hosting and you need your domain. Determine the name you want to use for your business. Contact us at Codehouse and we'll help you sort that out, okay? So in our next training, we are going to talk about SEO, search engine optimization. There you will learn what search engine is, how the algorithm works, how a website ranks on the search engine space. We are going to talk about on-page and off-page SEO optimization, then keyword search, meta tags and description, and link building strategies. So that is to say, we are still going to work with this website we've built. So after this session, I'm going to put the website in order so it looks more professional. Then in our next class, I will show you, we are going to optimize the same web page. All right, we'll optimize the same web page. I will show you how the meta tags and description works, how to even do a proper keyword research and use the keyword in your website, then how to make the website rank. All right. So thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate. Thank you for staying through. And I pray and I hope you got value from today's session. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, please, you can drop in the comment section. Mr. Ike, I am cool for today. I'm okay. I'm done with the class.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Charles. Right now, I feel like actually becoming a digital marketer right now. Like I'm thinking of switching. Probably somebody, one of the trainees who would want to switch with me and become the project manager, please. I want to do digital marketing. Okay, so it was actually a very nice session. Thank you very much, Mr. Charles. Thank you everyone for joining the call. Okay, so this is just to challenge you. Okay, if I were you, I would actually apply what I've just learned and build my own website quickly, and wait for the next class so that when he's implementing SEO, I actually do that. So if I were you, that would be what I would do. Okay, so the video is already on YouTube. You can go and rewatch as much as you like and get yourself up to speed and prepared for the next class. So one more time, thank you very much, Mr. Charles, and everyone. Do have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much.